From Indianapolis, Indiana, this is the Double Take Sports Talk Show with the Watch Brothers. And here they are, ladies and gentlemen, your host, Darrell and Darren Watts. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Double Take Sports Talk with the Watch Brothers. I'm Darrell. Darren's on the opposite side.
Yep.
All righty. It is time for our predictions. That's part of our podcast. So, Darren, whenever you're good and ready, the floor is yours.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, a couple things to note before heading into week 12 of the NFL and our predictions. The first thing to note is the Indianapolis Colts and the Miami Dolphins have moved to a 425 game. The second thing to note is Happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
That's right.
This
Happy
is Thanksgiving
Food
week. Food week. Food. Happy Thanksgiving. Being thankful. If I could throw a couple things out there for being thankful this week in Thanksgiving is life in general and the good Lord. Them are the two things that I could be really worth thankful for in life.
Agreed.
That's my being thankful. You got anything you want to add as being thankful?
Absolutely. Yep. Before we start this, firstly, I'm just very thankful for, being able to get this opportunity to just be blessed in so many ways that in struggle times and all of that, that people's been able to help us lift ourselves back up.
Absolutely.
So,
Yep.
I'm blessed with that and people to look out for us when we need it. So, not a lot, so right. It's just, and then for us to actually continue on to focus on our goals on this podcast, I'm very thankful for that too.
Me too.
So
I agree. Definitely agree.
Yes.
I definitely agree. So
that's what I'm thankful for.
There you have it. Thankfulness. Hashtag Thanksgiving. Hashtag thankfulness. With that being said, because it is Thanksgiving week, there are 3 games on Thursday because of Thanksgiving. This is where everything is starting to get ready to get shuffled around. It's getting close to the end of the season. So we're about to get ready to start seeing more Saturday games, less Sunday games, and a little bit more spread it out throughout the week of Thursday and Saturday. So this will kind of start off that week. So with that being said, let's roll. Let's start off with the first Thursday night game. Whoa, this is not even Thursday night. This is a Thursday afternoon game. Thursday, November 22nd, Thanksgiving Day. It will be the NFC North Division battle. It would be the 7-3 Chicago Bears going up against the 4-6 Detroit Lions. The Bears are on fire.
They ain't kidding. They ain't playing.
They did a great deal for getting
Khalil Mack.
Take a look at the last 3 games against both of these teams. The Lions took 2 of the last 3, dating back to the first meeting of the 2017 season. The Lions took that matchup 27-24, and then took the second one 20-10. This year's matchup, the Bears took the first matchup of the season on November 11th of 2018, which wasn't so long ago. I believe that was about a week ago. Matter of fact, when did last week?
Right.
Last week. Yeah. It was last week.
Wow.
Last week, the Bears won 34-22. If I'm correct, let me make sure that's right.
I thought it was about a week and a half ago. Close to 2 weeks.
I thought it was just last week.
The Lions played Green Bay, didn't they, last week? No, that was Thursday night. Sorry, that's Seahawks.
The Bears played the Vikings.
Yeah.
On Sunday.
Another rival, so.
Yep, another rival. So it was the week before last. Detroit Lions, Chicago Bears. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Darrell. Bears, Lions. Who you got?
Bears.
Check. I agree. Going with the Bears. Might be a surprise.
Khalil Mack, don't let me down, boy.
Yes, I agree. All right, next game. 4:30 on Fox. the next Thursday game, this is like what you would call all three games of prime time, but this is a real primetime game because this is where the food start coming in. The 12:30 game, everybody's cooking and getting their little stuff together. The 4:30 game, everybody kind of like, we almost there. We ain't quite there yet. Still got a little
except on the West Coast.
Except on the West Coast. West Coast, everybody still be trying to get their black butts up. Not just trying to get up.
Exactly.
Because it would be 12:30 down there. It would just be 9:30 down on the West Coast. I'm sorry, 10:30 on the West Coast, I believe. It'd be 10:30 on the West Coast, and then when the 4:30 game come around, it'd be 2:30 on the West Coast. So this next game is in Dallas. The Washington Redskins, 6-4, going up against the 5-5 Dallas Cowboys. This is a NFC East battle. All of these games are division games. Take a look at the previous three matches against both of these teams. The Cowboys took 2 of the last 3. Dating back to 2017, the Cowboys swept the season series against the Redskins, starting off in 2017, October 29th, 33-19. And then the second matchup, November 30th, 2017, 38-14. And then the Redskins took the first season matchup of this year, October 21st, 2018, 20-17. Darrell, Redskins, Cowboys, who you got?
I got the Cowboys.
Check. I'm going with the Redskins.
For whatever reason.
It's a division game, and you know I hate them, so I'm not even going to give it a second thought. I'm sticking with the Redskins. They're 6-4. Dallas is 5-5. It's a coin toss, so I'm just going with the Redskins. Plain and simple.
I'm sorry. They just lost their star quarterback. They're done for the season.
Oh, you're right.
They're done. I got the Cowboys. Ain't nowhere in the world. Now, however, if Adrian Peterson actually ups his game, they got a legitimate shot.
They do.
They actually got a legitimate shot.
And I forgot about Alex Smith being gone. I so totally forgot about that.
Yep.
But I'm going
33 years later, another quarterback.
Joe Theismann.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Theismann.
On the exact same date. Ain't that scary?
That sounds like voodoo.
Yeah, that's scary. That's 33 years later to the same date was being played. Yep. That's scary.
It is. But I'm sticking with the Redskins anyway.
Congratulations.
Don't need to, but I'm doing it. I'm not going to double take this one. I just can't do it. Got to have a disagreement game in there. Gotta have one in there, so there it is. All right, and the last Thursday night game. Now this
better not be no disagreement game.
This is where everybody is actually sitting down, and Darrell would not disagree with me on this. His fat behind be eating right about now. It's a 8:20 game on NBC. He's stuffing his face. In the meantime, I'll be over there greasing the door, painting it real good. Always good and just doing it. I might have to do the door just so he can slide his way on out instead of walking out.
I'm surprised we didn't have to do that for you recently here.
Yeah. I've been eating a little too much here.
Yeah, we know this.
I agree. All right, next game, 8:20 on NBC. Everybody will probably be either giving thanks close to time in games. This is the great way to end the night. Is me personally giving my prediction now. The New Orleans Saints giving an ass spanking to the Falcons. 8:20 on NBC. We had a 4-6 Atlanta Falcons going up against the 9-1 New Orleans Saints. Taking a look at the previous 3 matches against both of these teams, the Saints took 2 of the last 3. Now, dating back to 2017 in their first matchup, the Falcons took that matchup 22-17. And then the Saints took the second matchup, Christmas Eve, 23-13. And then the Saints took the first matchup of this season, 43-37. Darrell, Falcons, Saints, who you got?
No, I agree with you, Darren. I got the Saints.
That's right. No introduction.
No introduction.
All right.
On fire.
On fire. Now we're going to the Sunday games. Sunday, November 25th, starting out 1 o'clock on CBS. We had the 3-6-1 Cleveland Browns going up against the 5-5 Cincinnati Bengals. This matchup is the AFC North. And then the previous game on NBC is a NFC.
NFC.
That's what I said. I just couldn't finish it.
Yeah.
NFC South division battle. And this game is the AFC North. Take a look at the previous three matchups against both of these teams. The Bengals took the last three, dating back to 2016. The Bengals took that matchup, the second matchup of that season, 23-10. And then they took up the first season matchup in 2017, 31-7. And then they took the 2017 second matchup, 30-16. This marks their first matchup of the season. Darrell, Browns, Bengals. Let's note here. Let's just be real before we even go into this game. Cleveland Browns, Cincinnati Bengals. Darrell, who you got? Let's just be real.
Bengals.
They both at home.
Yeah. It's the Battle of the Ohio's.
They are literally right across the river. I don't know how many times I went down to Ohio to sit there just be fascinated at how close these two stadiums are to each other.
Yep, you can see Cleveland Stadium. And can you see Paul Brown Stadium right across the river?
Don't they have where the Cleveland Indians play at? Don't they play further into downtown? Like away
I think they're I could be wrong. I think they're further in, yeah.
Yeah.
And the Indians, and I think the Reds are too.
Forgot about them too. The Reds are more. I think they're more. I can't think of how to describe that one.
I can't either.
I seen their ballpark when I was doing like a when I was down there, I was doing like a drive around. I was, driving around, just, joyriding, just trying to. Never been really, actually been on my own down there in Ohio. So I wanted to just cruise around for a little bit and seen their stadium, seen Paul Brown's and seen Cleveland's and I didn't get to see Quicken Loans Arena. I didn't want to see that.
Who wouldn't?
I didn't care about that. Plus, it was too far out of my destination for where I was at because I was supposed to have been downtown Cincinnati.
You probably ended up being in Cleveland for some odd reason.
Yeah, right. Because I was fascinated by the Fifth Third Bank building that they had downtown. I was fascinated by that.
I bet you was.
Their corporate office. All right, Browns, Cincinnati Bengals. Who you got, Darrell?
Bengals.
Check. Oh, don't do this to me. Okay. I agree. I'm going with the Bengals. All right, next game. Here we go again. Don't do this. All right, next game. 1 o'clock on Fox. We got the 2-8 San Francisco 49ers going up against the 3-7 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Taking a look at the previous three matches against both of these teams, the 49ers took two of the last three, dating back to 2011. The 49ers took that matchup 48-3, and then they took the 2013 matchup 33-14, and then the Buccaneers took the 2016 matchup 34-17. Darrell, 49ers, Buccaneers, who you got?
49ers.
Check. I agree. I'm going with the 49ers.
I am. I had to take this moment of silence for you actually agreeing with me on that one. I cannot believe that.
What, going with the 49ers?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I?
I don't know. I could have swore I had this all down packed. I was going to joan on you if you picked the Buccaneers.
Why would I do that? I've always talked about Ryan Fitzblowett, and I'm going to pick the Bucs. Are you serious?
They may not even start him.
I don't care. Jameis Winston might have one of his worst games, and Fitzblowett might have to come in there and finish to blow it up.
Well, you got to give credit where credit's due. Fitzpatrick is playing.
Record?
No, he's playing better football than Jameis Winston.
If he's playing better football, why they just don't start him?
On paper, he is balling better than Jameis Winston.
Then why don't he start? You didn't answer my question. Why?
Everybody has a little bad games. I mean, let's not go over coverage here.
Darrell, you're boring.
You're saying there, huh?
You're boring me.
No, you're boring me.
Keep on. We seen who?
Let me just share something with you. Crap. I can't. So, oh well, moving on.
The next game, 1 o'clock on CBS, we have the 3-7 Jacksonville Jaguars going up against the 3-7 Buffalo Bills. Take a look at the previous three matchups against both of these teams. The Jaguars took 2 of the last 3, dating back to 2015. Jaguars took the 2015 matchup 34-31, and then the Bills took the 2016 matchup 28-21, and then the Jaguars took the AFC wildcard game against the Buffalo Bills 10-3. Darrell, Jaguars, Bills, who you got?
At the Bills.
That's interesting. I agree.
Yeah.
Don't want to, but I'm picking them anyway.
Me neither, Darren.
All right, next game, 1 o'clock on CBS. One of the most boringest games in the league today.
Known to man.
Yes. We got the 2-8 Oakland Raiders squared up against the 5-5 Baltimore Ravens. Take a look at the previous 3 matchups. Get both of these teams. The Raiders took 2 of the last 3, dating back to 2015. And let's note once again, this is not the John Gruden era. The Raiders took the 2015 matchup 37-33, and then they took the 2016 matchup 28-27, and then the Ravens took the 2017 matchup 30-17. Darrell, Ravens. Man, that was almost a tongue twister. What you got?
I got the Ravens.
Check. I just need to find them. The Ravens?
I got the Ravens.
Agreed with the Ravens. The only way that I would pick the Raiders is they were playing against Pee Weeks. No disrespect to the Pee Wee League, but it's just that's just how bad the Raiders are.
If the Pee Wee League could actually beat them, it wouldn't be no respect.
That's really true. And I'm almost thinking that they could practically beat them. They got a legitimate chance.
I agree. All
right, next game, 1 o'clock on Fox. We had the 5-5 Seattle Seahawks going up against the 6-4 Carolina Panthers. Both of these teams made me mad. Take a look at the previous.
Agreed.
Both of these teams, the Panthers took 2 of the last 3, dating back to 2015. The Panthers won 27-23, and then the Panthers took the NFC Divisionals game 31-24, and the Seahawks took the 2016 matchup the following year 40-7. Darrell, Seahawks, Panthers, who you got?
I got the Panthers.
Check. But the way I feel about both of these teams, I don't want to pick either one of them.
I don't either, but I just picked one.
And I agree. I agree. If I had to pick one, it would just probably just have to be. I'm just gonna pick the Seahawks. Here we go. Another boring game. That's why it's a 1 o'clock game. 1 o'clock on CBS. We have the 7-3 New England Patriots going up against the 3-7 New York Jets. Take a look at the previous 3. Yeah, take a look at the previous 3 matchups. Matter of fact, this really don't need no introduction. The Patriots took the last 3, 41-3, 24-17, 26-6. Darrell, Patriots, Jets, who you got?
I'll plead the 5th. Nah, I wouldn't do that. I'll pick the Patriots.
Don't want to, but I'm picking them.
But you know what kills me about this? Let me tell you what kills me about this. You got the Jets, the Bills, and the Dolphins. and they could barely beat them. But you got a team, the Tennessee Titans and the Detroit Lions, with former coaches. Never played against them, but just this one time.
And beat the snot out of them.
Thank you.
Beat the snot out of them. I don't even think it, coming to think of it, I don't even think in both games they got over 10 points. Come to think of it. Let me make sure I got my facts right. Patriots, Titans, when did they play? They had a bye week because I don't see them on here.
Darren, it's only 2 teams on the bye week.
No, not this week.
Oh, you're talking about that. You're talking about a couple of weeks.
I'm talking about the Titans. I'm trying to see when did they play.
It was week 10.
Here it is, yep. New England scored 10 points. And then the Detroit Lions, when they played them, I think that was back, in week 3?
Yeah, something like that.
Week 4? Let's see, week 3. Let's see what we got here. Let's go by green. Green's easier. Yep, 10 points. And both teams scored over 30 points.
And then you got the Bills, the Jets, and the Dolphins. They play twice a year.
Sorry.
Twice. That still doesn't matter. Twice a year. Twice a year.
I can't beat them. Can't beat them. You're right.
This is why this is a boring game right here.
If I called it a boring game, I made sure I called that a boring game because it is. It's just that, a boring game. Now, normally I would say this next game is a boring one, but because if it's a divisional game, you never know what happens. And we learned from the miracle of, what is his name? I think it's LaShawn McCoy. I might be wrong, but correct me if I am. Okay. Next game, 1 o'clock on Fox. We have the 3-7 New York Giants going up against the 4-6 Philadelphia Eagles.
Nope, Deshaun Jackson.
Deshaun Jackson, thank you. It's got the last names wrong.
Yep.
Take a look at the previous 3 matches against both of these teams. The Eagles took the last 3, dating back to 2017 in their season matchup. The first one, Eagles took that matchup 27-24, and then took the second one also 34-29. The Eagles took the first matchup of this season 34-13. This is their last meeting of the year. Darrell, Giants, Eagles, who you got?
I got the Eagles.
Check. I agree. I'm going with the Eagles. But the Giants might pull a rabbit out of their behind and win the
game. Yeah.
Next game, 4:05 on Fox. We had the 2-8 Arizona Cardinals going up against the 7-3 Los Angeles Rams. Taking up the previous 3 matches against both of these teams. The Chargers took 2 of the last 3 in a fashion.
You did. You said the Los Angeles Rams, then you said the Chargers.
I figured I did something. I figured I did something of that nature.
Look, here's what we finna do. Okay, here's what we finna do. I don't care about these whole city names and all that stuff when we doing this. So when it comes to the Chargers, they're going to be San Diego.
Got it. Since they can't beat Denver, that's the Los Angeles Chargers, they will be San Diego. Got it.
San Diego.
Yep. All right. Take a look at the previous 3 matches against both of these teams. The Chargers took 2 of the last 3 in a fashion that really don't matter to most the fans and the coaches. No. In all preseason matchups, the Chargers took the 2015 matchup 22-19, and then took the 2016 matchup 19-3, and then also took the preseason matchup this year. No, the Cardinals took this year's preseason matchup 24-17. Darrell, Cardinals, Chargers, who you got?
Even though I'm impressed with them being 7-3, that's a good start to the season, and then pretty much closing out the second half. I am still picking them anyway. The San Diego Chargers.
Check. Lightning bolts. I agree. I'm going with them. All right, next game. See, here we go again. This is what ticks me off.
Uh-oh.
I am for ready to – everything's for ready to change. Let me double-check something before we go into this next game. See, right now, bunch of horse crap. This is what I'm talking about. Next game, 425 on CBS is a primetime game of the Miami Dolphins. The 5-5 Dolphins going up against the 5-5 Indianapolis Colts. Highs are supposed to be in the 50s, while we're in the 30s right now. If y'all see me on this podcast next week, y'all know exactly why.
Yep, if he ain't blowing his brains out, he probably gonna be sneezing his lungs out.
Yes. Instead, my lungs gonna be blown out my back.
Yeah.
Take a look at the previous 3 matches against both of these teams. The Colts took 2 of the last 3. I can't remember the last time I said the Colts took 2 of the last 3.
What? When Peyton Manning was playing? Just saying.
Yep. Going back to 2012, the Colts won that matchup by 3, 23-20. The Dolphins won the 2013 matchup, 24-20. And then the Colts won the 2015 matchup, 18-12. I think I remember this game because that was the last game. Nope, that was at the RCA Dome. Forget it. Darrell, Dolphins, Colts, who you got?
I'm taking the Colts.
Uh-huh.
The Colts. The Colts. I got the Colts.
I had to let your connection catch up.
Oh, okay. I got you.
You were staring at me like you were ready to devour me for lunch. Like, why did you stare at me like that?
Nah, man, it wasn't nothing like that. I got the Colts.
I agree. I am picking the Indianapolis Colts, hoping to improve the division, not the division record. Forget it. Next game. Interesting enough, 425 on CBS. We had the 7-2-1 Pittsburgh Steelers going up against the 4-6 Denver Broncos. Take a look at the previous 3 matches against both of these teams. The Broncos took 2 of the last 3, dating back to 2012. Broncos won 31-19. I believe that was the Peyton Manning era. No, it wasn't. Yes, it was. It was his rookie as a Bronco. Because he left the Colts in 2011, correct?
Something like that. Yeah.
And then
I think that's not accurate.
And then the Steelers took the 2015 matchup 34-27. And then the Broncos took the AFC Championship game. Defeated the Pittsburgh Steelers 23-16. Darrell, Steelers, Broncos, who you got?
The Pittsburgh Steelers.
Check. I'm going with Steel City myself on the road.
Yes, sir.
All right, next game. NFC South Division Battle. 8:20 on NBC. A snowy game. Going to be inside of U.S. Bank Stadium, where the 4-5-1 Green Bay Packers going up against the 5-4-1 Minnesota Vikings. Take a look at the previous 3 matches against both of these teams. The Vikings, took the last 3, dating back to the first matchup of the season between both of these teams. Minnesota took that matchup 23-10, and it took up the 2017 second matchup 16-0. Why did you have to come up there? And then, that's why. They did not take 2 of the last 3. I'm sorry, they did not take the last 3. The Vikings took the last. I literally just lost here we go. The Vikings took the last 2 because this game went into a tie. First matchup of the season at 29 apiece. So the Vikings took 2 of the last 3. Darrell, Packers, Vikings, who you got? This is the second and the last matchup of this season. Who you got?
The Packers.
Check. I'm going to kind of go in a steer of a different direction here. I am going to actually pick the Vikings. I'm just going to pick the Vikings.
It's very interesting coming from you.
Yeah, I'm just going to pick the Vikings. I don't know why. I think for the most part, when Aaron Rodgers and Mike McCarthy having issues on the offensive side of the ball, I don't think they can focus. But then again, I could be wrong. But I'm just going to stick with the Vikings. As long as they don't run the ball for them to lose yards and not be able to capitalize off of it. But
Yeah.
my thoughts. All right, in the last game, Monday night, Monday, November 25th. I'm sorry, the 20, is it the 25th? Can't tell.
6.
Thank you. 8:15 on ESPN. This would be a AFC South battle. The 5-5 Tennessee Titans going up against the 7-3 Houston Texans. Taking a look at the previous 3 matches against both of these teams, the Titans took 2 of the last 3, dating back to 2017, their first matchup of the season. The Texans took this matchup 57-14, and then the Titans took the last 2, dating back to their second meeting of the 2017 season. Titans took that matchup 24-13, and then Titans took the first season matchup of this year, 20-17. Darrell, Titans, Texans, who you got?
I got the Houston Texans.
Check. Agreed. I got the Texans. All right, ladies and gentlemen, them are our predictions for Week 12 in the NFL. Coming up next, we are going to have headlines with our man Darrell Watts II. Stay tuned. That's next.